Carmelo, you guys have been billed as a roster built for the playoffs.
Is that right?
You know, do you see that? Do you agree with it? And if so, what does that look like?
Well, I think we are built, you know, for the playoffs. I think this is part of kind of why we wanted to kind of all come together, because we saw an opportunity. I always talk about the big picture, and this is actually part of the big picture. This is the journey to being able to accomplish what we came together to accomplish. As far as being a playoff team, I think just from all of our experience on our own individual teams, playoff experience, kind of knowing what it takes to win basketball games, knowing what it takes to win in the playoffs, to win games in the playoffs. So I think with all that experience, it makes us a playoff team.
What's the anticipation like for you, just on a personal level, right now?
I mean, I'm excited to be. I'm very excited, but at the same time, it's I put it all in perspective, and I think I deserve to be here. I always deserve to be here. We deserve to be here, despite of the ups and downs that we had this season. But all of that is behind us now. And for me personally, to actually be here and preparing for Game 1 in the Western Conference playoffs, once again, this is where I always wanted to be. And this is something that, going into every season, this is something that I always strive for and work towards.
I don't know. You've had great playoff numbers in your career, and obviously you were in a different role on those teams. Is your approach any different now than it was to past playoffs?
My approach is not any different. My situation is different. My team is different. I think now is kind of it's all about just bringing my experience, to this team and to the playoffs, and kind of just knowing and what to expect in the postseason, knowing how the games is going to be, kind of knowing different situations in the playoffs, the emotions that goes along with playing in the playoffs, and, kind of just keeping everybody, together when things don't go our way, or a couple possessions or a game don't go our way. So that's where my experience comes in.
Are you different? Or do you approach things differently? I mean, do you shut anything off? Do you do anything different? Do you approach the games any differently than the regular season?
Well, I think it's more of I try to keep things the same. It's hard for me to kind of just lock all the way in 100%, because then I'll just I don't think I'll be myself. So I try to just stay loose and stay calm and just be myself and continue doing the things that I do. Work out after practice, get my shots up, work on my game, watch film. I think now it's a little bit more film. This is the time where it's kind of film for me is almost my best friend, day in and day out, and kind of just learning the team and trying to find out different ways and small things that can give me an advantage over my opponent, because after the first 2 games, it's going to be the small things that helps us win these games.
Is it strange, Melo, seeing a team in the first round of the playoffs that you haven't seen since December?
No, not really. Not really. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's not something that we think about. Utah is a team that's in front of us, and that's the team that we're preparing for. And, we'll be ready when we step on that court Sunday.
How different do they look now, though, than what they were in December?
They're a totally different team. This is the way that they play, their style of play. Of course, they have guys on their team who's playing extremely well, throughout the course of the season. But I think they just have they have a tight-knit group over there. They're going to play the same way. They're going to play hard. So we got to match that. I think we just got to do what we have to do, and what we set out to do, and what we work on, and just be ourselves and not try to do nothing more than that.
It's been a little extra to you, just because it's been a little while since you've been in the playoffs. How important is that for you, just to have a chance to get back?
It's important. I'm here now, so ain't no looking back. So I'm here, and it's important. It's exciting, but at the same time, I'm not just here just to be say that I made it back to the playoffs. Like I'm here to, kind of make a statement as a team and, prove why we put this team together. And, I always say this is a place where I belong, where we belong, which is the postseason. And we have an opportunity to start something good, here on Sunday.
1 week ago, you were flying to Houston with the playoffs on the line there. You win all three now. Yeah, you have winning momentum. Does that help going into round one?
Momentum always helps. The way that the team is playing, going into the postseason always helps. You want to have some type of cohesiveness, some type of momentum, some confidence going into the postseason. But at the end of the day, it comes down to that first game. That first game is very important, especially here on our home court. And we'll be ready for that.
Mel, I don't know if you've seen it, but Donovan Mitchell's the first player since you actually to lead this team in scoring and into the postseason. Do you remember any, what are challenges that you remember in that first playoff series against Minnesota?
As a rookie?
Yes.
Not really knowing what to expect, to be honest with you. Kind of going through that season, and I remember having preseason my rookie year, and I'm like, oh, preseason, this is cool. This is what it is. And then I get to the first game in the NBA. It's like, oh, shit, this is the NBA right here. And then I get to after the All-Star break, and it's a totally different game. And then playoffs come, it's a whole nother level. So it was different levels, to that season, my rookie season, that I will always remember. That guys just turned it on at different parts of the season.
Was there a particular welcome to the playoffs moment that you can kind of remember?
I mean, just first game. First game of the playoffs it's a different feeling. It's a different emotion that you play with, that you have. You kind of put everything kind of to perspective, but I don't think you think about that right at that moment. I think it takes a while for you to kind of reflect back on those moments.
Now, when you're defending, how difficult is it to keep other teams from getting the individual matchup that they want? For instance, getting isolated against, a big on the perimeter, or getting the individual guy that they want to attack. How difficult is that to prevent that?
Well, I think the way that the game is now is just, everybody just spaced out and, penetrate, kick, shoot threes, and try to get the mismatches that they want. But everybody is kind of small, and teams that still play big with big guys, and they dictate their defense to what they want to do. And I don't think they alter that. And if it comes a time where you have to switch and it's a mismatch, I don't think you see that often anymore in today's game, because I think teams kind of cater their defense based off of what the other team is doing.
Rudy Gobert, however, is huge. What kind of obstacle does he present defensively for you guys?
There's a big guy down there, long guy, shot blocker. I think more so, other than a shot blocker, he's a guy who alters shots. I think that's what he's very good at, just being down there, his presence. So we got to be prepared for that.
Thank you.
Anything else?